circles involved in the political decision processes. But you ask the question as the prophet. You know the prophet from Bible? And why? Because today I got the information, somebody told me that somebody in the United States declared that ground operation would be inevitable, including the territory of Syria. Extremely dangerous. Because I see behind those words an attempt to overcome a proper decisions made to avoid actual war inside Syria. Somebody do not like it, somebody doesn't like it. And that is a great danger. And that is not for Russians alone to react. I suppose that is the case when the world community and European community to stand firmly against this type of operation. As far as bombing, those troops, it is not possible to bomb terrorism. It is not possible to bomb extremism. They are bombing Iran, and sometimes militants are being reached and killed, but at the same time, civilians are being killed either. So, if Americans are so much desire to protect any American, and we are supporting them, why they are not so concerned with the killing of innocent kids and people? So that is not acceptable. Today we heard during the course of the conference that violence will provoke only violence. That is foolish. Never will be. You take any head of railways in Europe, inevitably he is in close contact with the head of the government, with the kings, with the presidents. That is the fate of infrastructural, company. So this is fake. I don't trust it.
And the Europeans have much more to lose if you're on their back. I mean, you just signed a big deal with the
That is
Siemens.
not the problem of material losses. We are very, very much, the atmosphere inside railway society. Likewise, I suppose, in, industrial society, you can find the same feelings. And we are very protective to keep this atmosphere because it is influencing a lot our operation. When you trust each other, even if some kind of, misunderstanding or experience occurs. I'm not that much acquainted with the figures, though of course some of them I know. But I should tell that judging by the way Russell followed, if not others, strong recommendations concerning sanctioning Russia and Russians, it could be possible, we have a saying, to be more sane than the Pope. You know what I mean. So in terms of presenting oneself or presenting one state or one structure to be that strictly, what could be the name, liberal, that strong democratic, to ensure the United States that they can rely on them for their future life, for example, one could invent something. But I doubt that will be the course of development in relations between Europe and Russia, because it is obvious that the world cannot sustain without Europe, without Russia, without the United States of America, and the globe is a very small flat apartment for housing mankind. So sooner or later, these should be changed.
But I mean, you see caso
A lot has been said about the sanctions regime. My big question is, you referenced very often in your interviews to your good ties with the chiefs of the railway railways in various countries and your good ties with the European businessmen. I was wondering how come you think you're not under the European sanction list? How do you explain that?
Listen, firstly, not letting myself, but I know the first time in the office, the first year in the office. Since the beginning of my practical railway life, I was decorated 8 orders from different countries, including France, Spain, Austria. So those orders are not giving for nothing. So from this point of view, the appropriate government, they considered my work appropriate and balanced and positive for their countries. They were not decorating just Russian, but the fact that he was doing great job or good job for Russia. In Russia, I have my own decorations. So that is first. Second, we are closely linked in terms of cargo traffic, passenger traffic, and no one can find any sign that my activity, my professional deeds were against the interests of the railways in Europe, vice versa. We were discussing mutual strategic plans. We are discussing mutual questions of mutual interests. So there is no any reason for the European countries to sanction me.